And once again, hi everyone, this is Mint, and right now I am on my Sage. Such fun. Sage right now is in a very weird place. This is my this is going to be my video partner, the operations training dummy, and we are right now it has an obscene amount of health. I do not believe that it's possible to kill it as it is. Yeah, cannot be destroyed, it even says. So it has several health modulators which you can put on it. They go like 500,000, 1.5 million, 2.5 million, and 4 million. And this one is the armor reduction module, which pretty much generates the condition that your boss is usually going to be in a raid if your group composition allows it. I'm going to be doing DPS. This is my gear at the moment. I have 519 accuracy because I am running a healing stim. So I need to pop a proficient one. And boom. We've got 774 crit and 1663 alacrity. It is, I believe, a little bit lower than it should be, but I do have this nasty implant here that is still 246, and I think this here is a armoring that's been pissing me off and driving me nuts for a while now, because see, this is the command rank of 300, and every time I get, what's this, 5,490 command points, I get a new crate. And God knows I have literally lost count of how many crates I've opened up, and I've yet to find my last implant and my last armoring. That is really annoying, even in my healing gear as well. It's mostly 248, however there is this armoring here and this armoring here, and here I don't even have an enhancement because I need that last 248 enhancement, so I have been switching it back and forth from my healing gear to my DPS gear, which, let me tell you, is a little bit of a pain in the ass. Anyhow, right now I am not spec'd for anything. I will go with telekinetics. Yeah, that's probably not the cleverest choice for me, because that spec hates me as much as I hate it. To be perfectly honest, I do not know. Actually, I don't know. There is some utility here somewhere that that lowers the cooldown on force speed. Aha, here we go. Yeah. I'm not sure if it's the best cooldown to use, because for some fights you do need egress more so than that, but since I'm partially on a dummy, who cares? Now I am going to check if my abilities are in order, which they're not. For some reason I keep missing my my turbulence, which is kind of bad. Okay, there we go. Now it should be good enough. Okay, I'm going to use a 2.5 health modulator. Basically, the way I understand it, this spec doesn't exactly have a actual what's its face? Oh my god. An actual rotation. What it has instead is a priority system, which means that certain ability. Oh wow. Okay. Okay, yeah, apparently I have a cooldown timer a timer on something somewhere, and we are going to be treated to horrendous R2D2 whales. Sorry about that, I completely forgot, I guess. So yeah, as you can see, this is not much except for random button mashing. What I do is you use telekinetics gust to be able to proc mind crush, and once you proc mind crush, you just basically want to use a mind crush and a project. I'm not sure what exactly the benefit is from using project, but there seems to be some sort of benefit to it when using project on a target affected by your mind crush. Right now I'm shamelessly using my force speed on cooldown to use more telekinetic bursts. Yes, there seems to be some sort of bug in this spec. I've yet to find it, and at the same time I'm privately wondering what exactly is the point of using a bugged spec, but apparently there is some sort of. Don't really care to find out, to be perfectly honest, because, well, not only do I want to learn to play a spec the way it's supposed to be played, not the way some clever people manage to do it, because yes, the parses with the bugged telekinetics are amazing in their number by the DPS that they produce, but it is not working as intended. So yeah, this spec is literally you use mind crush when it's procced. Outside of that, use turbulence as much as possible, telekinetic gust on cooldown, and spam disturbance, telekinetic burst whenever it's possible. Well, so you're not standing there doing nothing. I am going to be the first person to admit that I am absolutely bad at this spec, like really bad, and still, however, there are some operations bosses that tend to require more burst than dot damage, and yeah, and that's why I've been trying to either learn a new class to play, or maybe just learn how to actually do this spec correctly, because I've been fighting against this spec for a very, very, very long time, and I seem to just be unable to do so, and that does bug me now and then, because, well, because I fancy myself as to be a good sage, when in fact I'm probably just about average. Still, no one says that there's anything bad about being average. As you see, I can't seem to manage to do the turbulence exactly on cooldown. It doesn't quite align that way. Maybe my gear needs a little bit of work or something, but oh well. Yeah, there we go, that's done, and that's 8.4k. Amazing. Not. So yeah, here we go. Telekinetic focal point alacrity increased, and telekinetic effusion non-channeled force attack consume less force. Those are the two things that you pretty much maintain always in as a telekinetic sage. And yeah, if you want to try this spec, I wish you the best of luck, and I really hope that you are going to be better at it than I am. And to recap, ideally you only use weaken mind once. You use your force potency and adrenal before you use turbulence, then usually you get a proc telekinetic wave. Telekinetic gust you use before mind crush. They have the same cooldown, so generally they should align if you're doing it correctly. While the dot from mind crush is still on the target, you want to use a project. Aside from that, you spam your telekinetic burst. You can even use force speed to proc some extras, especially in the mind alacrity. I don't know, maybe in the mental alacrity window, or maybe separately. That's up to you. But yeah, turbulence on cooldown, mind crush, telekinetic gust on cooldown, everything else situationally. This is Mint, and thank you very much.